I did learn recently that the great state of Arkansas is a terrible place to speed. We were doing a rally a couple of months ago from Nashville to Vegas and went through Arkansas. And not long after I got into the state, I guess we passed a state trooper going the other direction. I was driving a Ferrari that I purchased the week before, and they with another Ferrari behind me in a Porsche. And I guess we passed him going like 115 miles an hour, but it was like a guardrail thing, so he couldn't have turned around. But I guess he radioed ahead to this friend cop that was at a rest area not far ahead of us. And so we get up on him and we'd slow down at that point. But he pulls out in front of us, turns his lights on, and we immediately, obediently pull over. But then he jumps out of his car, jerks my door open, pulls me out of the car, and immediately handcuffs me. And again, we weren't violating anything at that point. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm like, just, driving to Dallas and with some friends. And then it's like, well, why did you just pass the state trooper going 110? If you say we did, that's fine. It goes a lot faster than that, sir. And he's just freaking out, but he's a really young cop. So he's getting other handcuffs, handcuffing everybody else. My wife is in the passenger seat, freaking out, as you would imagine, but fortunately with her camera phone present. And so we kind of keep him talking whenever, people always say, don't talk to cops if you get pulled over.
Yeah.
Don't talk to cops about what you were just doing. Do talk to the cops as much as you can about them, their personal lives.
Don't incriminate yourself, though.
Exactly. Yeah, you're not incriminating yourself. You just got to, the more that they tell you, the more likely you are to have a better outcome. He calls everybody. There's like 4 different types of law enforcement officers on the road. And like this guy's in like a parachute outfit. I don't understand it. And the sheriff, and they
called the National Guard.
These Ferraris speeding through Arkansas was not to be tolerated. And so I'm like, okay, we're in handcuffs on the side of the road, just walking around talking to these guys for like 30 minutes. And all the other participants that were behind us, because we were kind of the front pack of this rally, are like, some pulled into the rest area and they're like peeking through the trees, watching us. Some just kind of creep on by, and 1 or 2. But it was crazy. And they were very nice. Eventually, we found out this guy, the cop that had gotten so upset and put us in handcuffs, was like 6 months on the force. And so he had probably gotten a radio call saying, you got these speeding Ferraris, you're about to have a high-speed chase, get your big boy pants on, get ready to go.
You're in a rally. You couldn't have gone with, dude, there's Ferraris all over. You sure it was me?
But this is the thing, Ed, because you don't look like that guy. So can you imagine when he pulled you out of the Ferrari, he's like, shit, I got the world's fastest accountant.
Carry on.
You don't look like the bandit,
Yeah, teardrops, everything. No. And so we kept him talking. Eventually, he's like, all right, I'm just going to give you guys we're just going to give you all reckless driving tickets, but we're not going to take you to jail. Well, okay, thank you. I guess how about we just do also not the reckless driving tickets? And I was like, no, it's fine. You'll just pay it online. Well, the next day we call a lawyer, and he's like, oh no, it's a minimum of 5 days in jail if you get reckless driving. And I'm like, well, they didn't tell us that. And I mean, not that we probably could have done much in the moment. So I had to hire this lawyer to go out there and, show up on my behalf. And they talked it down to, some like disobeying a sign or something, city ordinance. No, it was a negligent operation. Negligent operation, which I don't even know what it is, but doesn't result in any points in the state of Georgia, thankfully.
Yeah.
But thinking really though, the 5 days in prison, if we could get at least 2 good YouTube videos out of that, it would almost be. I mean, could you imagine Vin Wiki live from lockup in Arkansas?
Kind of a tentpole topic here on the show.
That's hilarious. I would love to see you guys in prison, in jail, I guess, not prison.
Yeah,
you're not making me feel comfortable the way you said that. I would love to see you guys in prison. It makes me feel, I'm feeling uncomfortable.
Well, I love to see our fellow co-host in prison too. So
I want to shut my laptop right now. It's really freaking me out.
Yeah,
I'm having a stranger danger moment.
They put you in the county jail, and that's much worse than prison.
That's what I've heard.
Worse. Yeah, that's much worse than prison.
I haven't hung out there often, but that's what I've heard too.
Are they not impressed when they're like, man, what are you in for? And you're like, well, I do a YouTube channel. I actually have a Ferrari impounded right now. Like, oh. I said, well, target on your back.
They did say if we had to serve it, you could serve it like a day or 2 at a time. And I was like,
that's convenient.
even worse, though. And they also said with overcrowding, it could be days only. Like you don't have to spend the night, which I don't really understand. I guess you just go pick up the trash during the day.
Dude, that's how super rich people go to prison. Like that lady who admitted that she spent like $1 million getting her kid into some school that she wasn't at all prepared for.
Should be legal.
They're like,
Full House
well,
girl.
you gotta spend 6 weeks in prison at your convenience.
Just whenever you get
Wednesday,
around to it.
Wednesday doesn't work for me. All right, well, when does?
Gonna pencil you in for next Saturday. Weekend.
Dude, our legal system is so fucking fun. I'm sure like every country's like this, but being able to go like 130 miles an hour and then the cop who saw you do it be like, actually, this is more like loitering. And then you just pay that ticket.